first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He takes this for 3. Second down following the run. Get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll run again with Bernard. Room here to run. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. Touchdown, Cowboys. Giovanni Bernard, 59 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain, and it's second down. A second down throw for Prescott. It's complete to Chris Conley. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and touchdown. Chris Conley, 74 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He finds Aguilar over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Underneath, this is Bernard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. So a change of possession here on the punt. And now back onto the field. Here comes the Cowboys defense. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. One receiver left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's complete to Grant. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And able to find Conley. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy. Deep.
Seated to my right, Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Toronto football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. First down, Prescott. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Prescott now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And some space here. A great read, and it's picked off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Second down, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 35. And a huge play that time. 49 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They come up in an offset eye, and he'll give it here to his running back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking. Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen. A second down throw for Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Prescott from the gun on third. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one? The tight end, but not there. Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? Prescott. This will be caught at about the 3. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in. And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone. This fielded at the 2. Oh, spinning away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, Locke. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target. It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him. They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. Luck throwing again. He's got time in the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off. It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed. Yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there. To the air again. Luck. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all.
After reviewing the play, the rookie on the field stands.
On first down, it's Luck. On the screen, Bernard. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line before we get to halftime. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Luck on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Again, Luck. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Sterling Shepard from 3 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. So these two... Do you seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go. Third quarter action now. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Wide open receiver complete, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there, 49 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They go play action here on 1st down. Finding time. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give them 22 on that one. And that leads to a Dallas 1st down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now a carry for Bernard. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
To throw is Locke. It's caught, Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a... You got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
Now a 1st down throw. Locke. This will be caught at about the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run here with Bernard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2 there. And it's third down. From back at the 3 now. This is third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. Let's just give credit where it belongs. The defensive front has out-leveraged the offensive guys trying to block them. We often say low man wins in tough situations. That's exactly what's happened here. 3 straight runs, and they haven't been able to get into the end zone.
So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Prescott on first down. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. A second down throw for Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
After the interception, it's Locke. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. Here's Bernard. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Again, here's Bernard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they're going to keep that going, want to continue.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up second and goal.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To throw on second down is Locke. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now Locke on third and goal. He's got time. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
holding. Offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Now looks like they might be expecting a pass, an extra DB in on 3rd and goal.
That's how the game has changed. Now we think pass first, even in goal line situations.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall. And
no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Now Bernard. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no deal.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. That's picked up. He's got daylight. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And this defense has been extraordinary all season, and that might just be the cherry on top. What a play there on the fumble recovery touchdown.
Maybe it's time they get a nickname because they played like the great defenses of the past. The Steel Curtain, Doomsday, the no-name defense. We might have to come up with one for these guys.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second down, Prescott again. And that is incomplete here. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect that.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. It's complete to Grant. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So the offense has it 1st and 10. One receiver left, 2 to the right. 1st down, Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL.